So I have this problem on the board from the cube root challenge. I'll provide a link to this quiz in the description, but let's get started on this problem. So we have some cube roots and some squared roots, and it looks pretty tricky, but let's give it a shot. So we have this on the board. What I'm going to do to start is I'm going to call this part x and this part y. And the first thing I want to do is take the cube root on both sides. We're going to have an equation, just make it look a little simpler. X minus y equals 3. And we'll cube this and we'll cube this. And what we're going to get then is going to be x cubed minus 3xy times x minus y y cubed equals 3 cubed, which is 27. And it's going to write 37, 27. And so on the left side is from the binomial expansion. And so what we can do next, what I want to do is I want to look at each piece of this. So we kind of have, I want to look at this, and this separately. So we'll just kind of find each of the values and then we'll plug it back in and see if it simplifies or how it simplifies. So x cubed is going to be, and because I chose cubing, of course, because we have a cube root. So if we cube this term, we're going to have just the square root of 756 plus n. And then for y cubed, it's going to be very similar. We're going to have the square root of 756 minus n. Good. Then what I want to do next is look at this. What we can say is x minus y. This whole thing is x minus y. So if the whole thing is x minus y, we know x minus y is 3. So we have that right there. Let's just write that down so we have it for later. So we've got our third piece, x minus y equals 3. And then the last one I need is xy. So xy is just going to be, we're going to multiply these two terms. And what we can do is we can keep it all under the cube root. So if we're multiplying two cube roots, we'll preserve the cube root, but we can multiply what's inside, which is going to be, let's just write it out. So we got square root of 756 plus n, square root of 756 minus n. And then we'll just multiply that out. Xy is going to be the cube root of 756 minus n squared. Okay. Good. So now what we'll do next is plug all this stuff back in. And we'll move it around a little bit. I'm going to keep we're going to put these two terms together. So we want x cubed minus y cubed. So that's going to be, let's just write it all out. So we get, yeah, let's use red. So we have, whoops, square root of 756 plus n minus square root of 756 plus n, just distributing the negative sign, minus 3xy. So we minus 3 times this cube root expression above. And x minus y is just 3. So we've got a 3 right there. That's everything. Yeah, because we already have our y cubed term right there. Okay, good. So, oh, and then we have 27 on the right. Okay. Then you'll notice that this and this can cancel because we're just subtracting the same term. We can combine the n's. So we're going to have 2n minus 9 cube root of, okay, cube root of 756 minus n squared equals 27. And what I'm going to do now, actually, I'm not going to try to simplify this all the way. Although what I will do is I'll bring this 2n to the right. And we'll just write this like minus 9 to the cube root of 756 minus n squared equals 27 minus 2n. And then instead of trying to simplify this all the way, I think I want to try to just look at some possible values here. We know n squared is going to be positive, right? Square of anything is positive. So I think what we want to do is we can actually look at all the perfect cubes, because we're looking for, in a problem like this, we're looking for an integer solution. And so I'm going to make that assumption, even though it wasn't clearly stated. I don't think it was clearly stated. It's my quiz, I should know, but it doesn't say it's an integer, but I'm going to assume it's an integer because it's always an integer. And so if we look at all the cubes below 756, let me just do this and we'll go in reverse. 9 cubed is 729. 8 cubed is 512. 7 cubed is 343. 6 cubed is 216. 5 cubed is 125. 4 cubed is 64. 3 cubed is 27. 2 cubed is 8. 1 cubed is 1. And actually, what jumps out is if I make n equal to 27, n squared is equal to 729. All right, 756 minus 729 is going to be 27. And that's good because 27 is a perfect cube. So if we look at 27 cubed, we get 3. So let's see it. We'll plug that in and see if that works. So if we have minus 9, we plug in 3 here, we get minus 27. Fix that, minus 27. And then we were saying n is 27. So on the right side, if we say n is 27, 27 minus 2 times 27 is also minus 27. So for an answer, I get n is 27. Let's check that and see how we did. That's correct. But it worked, so we'll take it. We had to do some guess and check there, which is okay.